You watch a football match and see 22 players running around the field. At first glance, it seems like just a contest for the ball. One player runs into an open space, another retreats without touching the ball, a fullback cuts inside, a striker leaves the penalty area, and a midfielder appears exactly where the opponent's pass would have gone. For many people, this seems confusing. But in high-level football, almost nothing happens by chance. Football isn't just about two teams trying to score goals. That's only the visible part of the game. Behind every play, there's a structure. Each player occupies a role, each movement opens or closes a space, and each decision changes the course of the match. When you understand this, the World Cup ceases to be just emotion and becomes about reading the game, strategy, and collective intelligence. The first point is to understand that a formation, such as 4-3-3, 4-4-2, or 3-5-2, is not a prison. It's just the initial design. Once the ball starts rolling, everything transforms. The full-back can become a midfielder, the winger can cut inside, the striker can drop back, the defensive midfielder can cover the defense, and the center-back can initiate the build-up play. The map changes constantly. Therefore, focusing solely on who has the ball is a common mistake. Often, the decisive play originates far from it. A striker who pulls the defender out of the box can open up space for another player to finish. An open winger can force the defense to spread out. A well-positioned midfielder can prevent a counter-attack before it even begins. Football is decided as much by the players who touch the ball as by those who create the conditions for the play to happen. The goalkeeper is the prime example of this evolution. For a long time, he was seen only as the last defender, someone who stayed near the goal line waiting for the shot. Today, the modern goalkeeper participates in the build-up play. He needs to defend, guide the defense, play with his feet, launch counterattacks, and cover the space behind the defenders. In strong national teams, especially in the World Cup, a goalkeeper who knows how to play with his feet can completely change a team's build-up play. Ahead of him are the defenders. Their job isn't just to tackle or clear the ball. A great defender reads the game before danger arises. He controls distance, timing, and space. Often, the best defender is the one who prevents a dangerous play before it even happens. When a defender seems desperate all the time, it's usually because he arrived late to the play. High-level defense isn't just about strength. It's about positioning, anticipation, and composure. In modern football, the fullback's role has changed significantly. The traditional fullback function was simpler, marking the opposing winger, preventing crosses, and supporting the attack when possible. Today, the full-back is one of the most complex players on the field. They can attack from the flanks, cut inside, create numerical superiority in midfield, and contribute to pressing after losing possession. In many teams, the full-back is a tactical key. They don't just run along the touchline. They reorganize the team during the match. In midfield, the game is often decided. The defensive midfielder, often called the number 6, is the foundation of the team. He protects the defense, closes passing lanes, and provides balance to the team. When this player is good, the team looks organized. When he fails, the team becomes fragmented. He doesn't always stand out to the average fan, but he is essential for controlling the match. The number 8 is the engine. He connects defense and attack, carries the ball, presses, gets into the box, and tracks back to defend. It's a role that demands enormous physical and technical skill. A good number 8 allows the team to breathe, accelerates when needed, and slows the pace when the game calls for control. In the World Cup, this type of player is often decisive because balanced matches are won by details in midfield. The classic number 10 was the creative player. He received the ball between the lines, fought ahead of others, and created unexpected plays. For decades, this was one of the most admired roles in football. But the game has changed. Today, spaces are smaller, and the pressure is more intense. A creative player who doesn't contribute without the ball becomes difficult to fit into modern teams. The new number 10 needs to create, press, and defend. Talent remains important, but now, and needs to be accompanied by tactical work. On the wings, the role has also evolved. In the past, the winger would run down the byline and cross. Today, many wingers play in inverted positions. A left-footed player on the right or a right-footed player on the left can cut inside and shoot. This has transformed wingers into great goal scorers. When you see a winger cutting inside diagonally to shoot, it's not improvisation. Often, this is the team's main offensive strategy. In attack, the number 9 still carries the most direct mission, to score goals. But even that role has changed. There are center forwards who live inside the penalty area, waiting for a chance. Others participate more in the build-up, occupy defenders, open up spaces, and make the team move forward. The great striker doesn't need to touch the ball many times. He needs to make the right decision when the chance appears. And then there's the false 9, one of the most intelligent ideas in modern football. He looks like a center forward, but leaves his traditional position. When he drops back into midfield, he creates doubt in the defense. If the defender follows, he opens up space behind. If he doesn't follow, the false 9 receives the ball freely to organize the attack. This movement breaks down references and confuses entire defensive systems. That's why a football match, especially in the World Cup, is much deeper than it seems. Every run, every retreat, every change of position, and every empty space can have a reason. The average fan sees the ball. Those who understand the game see the entire field. When you start to understand these roles, football changes. The match stops seeming disorganized and begins to reveal its own logic. You no longer see just 22 players chasing the ball. You see 11 roles working together, trying to control space, time, and decision-making. This is the true map of football, and once you learn to see this map, you'll never watch a match the same way again.